The following game was broadcast by todayinfortsmith.com on December 28, 2017, featuring the Class A Seiling Lady Cats against the 6A Owasso Lady Rams. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening live, my name is Clint Davis, and you are on todayinfortsmith.com, or you may be on mixler.com/bulldogsradio. We are about to see some excellent basketball. I watched the Seiling Lady Cats yesterday put on a clinic against the 6A Westmore team and send them straight to the losers bracket. These girls are definitely a force to be reckoned with, and I'm absolutely thrilled that I get to call this. I want to give a shout out to all the fans first and foremost in Seiling. You people have definitely made this worth my while. I had planned on getting on this broadcast again and saying, hey, if you're listening live, make sure you share this, but you guys have already done that, and more than I ever expected. So 150 times over, I think. So we're watching the Lady Cats are over here to my left. They're going to be starting out shooting on my right, and then they're going to obviously switch sides after halftime. They're going to be back on the left side, and we're about to have a jump ball here, and we see number 20, Carly Gore, lining up. I don't have a roster for Owasso in front of me, but that's okay because I'm not here for them. I'm here for the Lady Cats. Don't let that get around, but you guys know what's up. Here's the tip. And Owasso is going to control the tip, bringing the ball up to their side of the floor. They are on my left as we speak. And here's a pass over to the left side and a drive, and there's another kick out to the left with a shot up and no good. Rebounded by Carly Gore, and the Lady Cats have the ball. She pitched it over to her sister. And so we've got the Gore twins running the ball up the floor here. Here's a shot up and good. First 2 points of the game belong to Macy Gore and the Seiling Lady Cats. The score is 2-0. And the Owasso Lady Rams have the ball back on their side of the floor now. Pass out to the left side. Number 22 looking for a drive. And she's going to throw a shot up, and that's no good. Rebounded again by number 20, Carly Gore, and she's moving the ball up the floor with a quickness, and here's a shot up, and it's in and out. Rebounded by the Lady Rams. And they're moving the ball up the floor. Good pressure, good defense here by the Gore sisters, and there's a shot up and no good with a foul. I believe Kaya Whetstone is going to get whistled with that one, but she's okay with that because she's going to make the Lady Rams earn their first 2 points of the game if they can put them on the board. Here's the first shot up, and it's no good. So proven to be a smart foul for number 10, Kaya Whetstone. Getting set for the second free throw. Shots up, and it's also no good. Rebounded by number 23, Macy Gore, and here come the Seiling Lady Cats bringing the ball back up to the right side of the floor. They are directly in front of me. And a pass over into the corner and a pass down low and a pass over to the left side, and there's a shot up and no good. And rebounded by Seiling. That's going to be Rayleigh Totfest with that rebound. We talked about her yesterday. She is one of the most aggressive people I've seen on this floor. And here is number 20, one of the Gore sisters, and she's going to kick it out to the right side. And back to Rayleigh Totfest, and she's going to get fouled while she's on the drive. And let me get my roster directly in front of me so that I can make sure we get these names correct. And here is the inbound pass. Rayleigh Totfest passes it over to Carly Gore, and here's Carly. She pulled up for a three-point shot and thought better of it. Pass to her sister Macy, and Macy's got the ball on the right side of the key, and she's looking to go inside, thinking about a drive, and they're going to call a foul on Macy, and that not a very smart call, but when you're a smaller school, you can expect for the referees to not be on your side. So the Owasso Lady Rams are going to bring the ball back up the floor. They're on the left side here now. Excellent defense by the Lady Cats. Nowhere to go. Number 23 for the Lady Rams, not even dribbling the ball, just holding it. Here's a pass to the inside, and she's going to dribble it back outside. Another pass. Rayleigh Totfest almost broke that up. There's a shot up and no good. And that's going to be rebounded by number 45, Peyton Day. And here come the Seiling Lady Cats. And there's a shot for three by Macy Gore. Nailed it. The score is 5-0. Seiling on top. Here's a pass down low all the way across the floor. And shots up and good by the Owasso Lady Rams. And she'll have a chance for a third point here. But this number 25 for Owasso, she just shot 2 from the line earlier and didn't fare too well for all. 0 for 2 to be exact. So she's going to take a stab at another shot from the charity stripe. She's going to get set. The shot's up, and it's good. So there's the first 3 points on the board for the Owasso Lady Rams, and Seiling leads this 5-3. And we've got 5:15 left in the first quarter. And here's a pass down low to Peyton Day, and goes up for a shot and gets hammered, and they don't even call a foul. They're going to call that ball out of bounds. And number 15, Rayleigh, is going to take this and throw the ball in to Carly Gore, and she's going to look around at the top of the key, and there's a pick set by Sister, but she doesn't take that pick side, and Rayleigh Totfest has the ball, and she's looking to go driving here, and she puts a shot up. That's no good. Rebounded by Seiling, and so they still have possession of the ball. And here's Macy. She's looking for a drive too. There's a shot up, and that's no good. Got her own rebound, put another shot up, no good. And got her own rebound again and kicked it out to Rayleigh Totfest. And Rayleigh's on a drive, and she puts a shot up. And mercy sakes, this referee finally called a foul. There were about 3 of them in there, but no worries. It makes you wonder if these gigantic 6A schools are paying these referees. Here's the first shot from Rayleigh Totfest is good. Seiling's up 6-3 at this point. Let's see if she can put her second free throw in. And she's going to get set. Here's the shot up. That's good too. Rayleigh flawless from the free throw line. The ball never touched the rim on either shot. She's nothing but net, so she is on tonight. The Owasso Lady Rams have the ball, bringing it up the floor on the left side. Pass out to the left. Top of the key. Looking for somebody down low, but same story as yesterday. These Lady Cats are not letting anybody throw the ball down on the inside. And there's number 20. Number 20, Carly Gore, just strips the ball away from the Lady Rams. And there's Macy bringing the ball up the floor. And there's a shot for 3 from Macy, and just off the mark, barely. Rebounded by the Lady Rams. They're going to fast break up the floor. She's got one lady open down low, but she does not. Now she looks for, and there's a shot up, and it's good. 2 more points here for the Lady Rams, and it's 7-5. Rayleigh Totfest just got hammered underneath the basket, and nobody bothered calling a foul, so the Lady Rams have the ball, and they have taken it back down to their end and scored 2. So now the score is tied 7-7 with 3:53 left in this first quarter. And here comes Macy Gore back over to Rayleigh Totfest, and she's bringing the ball up the floor, looking for another drive. Rayleigh got hammered again, and nobody bothered with a foul. This is getting ridiculous here. This is unbelievable. I'm sure you can hear the Seiling fans who are in attendance. They're behind me, and I think they're all livid. I'm afraid to turn around and look at them at this point. Now let's see where they go here, and there's a ball out of bounds. The Lady Rams are going to pass it around. There's a shot for 2, and that's good. The Lady Rams have taken the lead, 9-7, 3:23 left here in the first quarter. There's the Gore sisters with the ball, moving the ball to each other up the floor and back and forth at the top of the key. And there's a drive by Macy Gore, and Macy got hammered too, and they did call a foul finally. It's amazing, we've got 3 referees down here, and none of them see a thing. Looks like she got fouled on the shot, but they're going to make them take it out of bounds. So Peyton Day's got the ball right now. And back over to Macy. Macy there's looking for another 3, and it's just barely in and out. Lady Rams with the rebound, moving the ball up to their side of the floor. Here's a 3-point shot by the Lady Rams. That's off the mark, rebounded by Rayleigh Totfest, and she's going to give the ball back to Carly Gore, and Carly's going to give it to Macy Gore. And Macy's going to chunk it all the way across the court to Rayleigh, and Rayleigh is going to go up for a shot. Rayleigh just got hammered again, and I don't understand this, but the Lady Rams have the ball again. So many fouls not getting called. Here's a drive by the Lady Rams, and that's another 2 points good. And one of the Lady Rams wants a free timeout because her shoe came untied, but the referee's not going to give it to her. There's a loose ball out of bounds, and it's going to go straight over to the Lady Rams. Owasso ball. The Lady Rams have the ball inbound on the right side of the floor, bringing it up to the left real slow, taking their time. Running their time off the clock with a 4-point lead, 11-7. The Lady Rams are on top. There's Rayleigh Totfest, and she just stripped the ball away. You can tell she's upset. She's been fouled one too many times. And they call a jump ball, and so Rayleigh gets the possession back to the Lady Cats. And who is this little one in the game? Number 12. Let me try to flip my page back over. Is that Bria Nyberg? I hope I'm doing that right. Here's a shot up, and that's good by number 20, Carly Gore, and that's another 2 points for the Lady Cats, and they have cut the lead to 2. They're down 11-9. 1:33 left in the first quarter. The Lady Rams with a pass out to the right side. And a shot for 3, and that's no good. And the rebound went to the Lady Rams, and she stepped on the line. So the possession belongs to the Lady Cats. And here comes Seiling down the floor. Rayleigh Totfest is bringing the ball up the right side of the court. And she's going to drive for another hoop. And that is a missed shot. A rebound by number 45, Peyton Day, and they have whistled a foul on number 35 for the Lady Rams. Rayleigh Totfest is going to bring the ball out of bounds and pass it in. And there's the inbound pass, almost lost out of bounds. And here is Macy Gore, and she's going to drive it all the way in and throw up a shot, and it's good. And she gets fouled in the process, ties it up 11-11, and she's going to the charity stripe for 1. And while we go to the free throw line, just in case there's anybody listening around my neck of the woods, around Fort Smith, I want to remind everybody about Pier 1 Photography and Designs in the River Valley. Call Amy and Tammy if you need newborn or family photo shoots, t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, hand-painted wood signs, or anything that can be personalized. You can get a hold of them at 479-461-3747 or find them on Facebook. Macy puts up her shot, and it's no good, so the score remains 11-11 with less than a minute left here in the first quarter. And the Lady Rams have possession. And Carly almost with a takeaway here, but there is a shot up and just an insane walk by the Lady Rams. Nobody calls it. There's another 3 from Macy, and that's no good. The Lady Rams have possession after the rebound, and they're bringing the ball up the floor. Here's another 3-point shot from the Lady Rams, and that's no good. Rebounded by Rayleigh Totfest, and she's going to give it up to Carly Gore, pass it up to Macy Gore, and Macy is taking her dear sweet time with 15 seconds left in this quarter, and she's going to try to put the Lady Cats up before we move into the second. And here's Rayleigh on the right side, and she dishes it off to Darcy Peach with a shot up, and that's no good. And Peyton Day put a shot up right at the last minute and got hammered from behind, and nobody called a foul on anything. These referees have lost their minds. I'm going to tell you that right now. I forgot to go to a dead gum break. Stand by, Seiling folks. We'll be right back. And that's right. Breeden Dodge is the one if you're in my area. But we're going to bring you back in live, and one of the insane referees is going to let the Lady Rams take the ball out of bounds here and pass it in. Folks, we don't work for a radio station. This is our own enterprise, so we have no rules and no regulations. So that's why we can pretty much say what we want as long as it's within reason. I will keep it clean, I promise, but I won't hesitate to jump on the referee's case if they don't do what they're supposed to. I've been around basketball my entire life, and it doesn't take a genius to figure some of this stuff out. So the Lady Rams have possession on the left side of the floor and moving the ball around. They've got nowhere to go. I mean, nowhere to go. And there's Macy Gore. They finally tried to pass it down low, and Macy reached in, and I guess they're going to call her for a reach foul. That was extremely weak. After they let the Lady Cats get hammered about 9 or 10 times down underneath the goal, they're going to call a reach on Macy Gore. That's lovely. Okay, here's the pass inbound, almost picked off, and they just threw that sucker away. if it wasn't for the heavy defense and the pressure from these Lady Cats, I don't. Owasso would probably have a better handle on the ball. But the score is still knotted up at 11. 7:18 left in the second quarter, and here's Macy Gore going for a drive, and she kicks it out to the corner for three, and that's no good. Darcy Peach took a stab at a three-point shot. That didn't work out too well for her. And now the Lady Rams are trying to do something with the ball again. It's looking doubtful at this point. Well, there's a shot from way outside, and that's an air ball. Rebounded by number 45, Peyton Day, and Macy Gore is going to bring the ball up the floor. So she's looking around, folks. She's taking it real slow, creeping up the floor here. Pass off to the left side. Rayleigh's got the ball. She's looking for somebody open. Both the Gore sisters came to her rescue, and here is Carly, kicks it back out to Rayleigh. Rayleigh kicks it back out to the corner to Darcy Peach. Darcy kicks it back to Macy. Macy goes for a drive and puts up a shot and gets her own rebound. After it was no good, and the Lady Rams wind up with the ball, and they're moving down the floor. Here's a shot from the right side, no good, rebounded by Carly Gore, and Carly's going to go ahead and bring the ball up the floor. And Carly looking for somewhere to go. Here's Darcy Peach from the right for three, and that's no good. Barely off the mark. Lady Rams with the rebound. Darcy's going to hit one of these here in just a minute, I guarantee it. Lady Rams with the ball on the left side. Back out to the top of the key, looking for somewhere to go. These Gore sisters are down low, and they're not letting anybody do anything with the basketball down there. All the Lady Rams shots have come from the outside so far, except the one, I believe. Well, here's a shot down low, and that's absolutely no good. Heavy defense by the Gore twins. And the Gore twins are pitching it back and forth to bring it up the floor. And there's a shot by Macy, and Macy kicks it out to Rayleigh after the rebound, and Rayleigh shoots a three and misses. And they're going to finally call a walk on the Lady Rams. Good night. That one was way too obvious not to call. So the Lady Cats are going to have the ball back after giving up that rebound. Here's the inbound pass to Macy. Macy's looking for somewhere to go, back to the top of the key. Carly's waiting on her, about to set the pick. Nope, Macy goes left and puts up a shot, and that's no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rams, and Macy is down. She is hurt. This doesn't look good, and we are going to take a break and get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Then we're going to come back in live. Macy has been helped off the floor, and she is headed back to the locker room. Macy Gore is injured at this time. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. It looks like a knee injury. She landed awfully awkward on that right knee when she came down from that shot, and the Lady Rams have the ball as we speak, moving the ball around on the left side. They're going to call a foul on number 20, Carly Gore. So the Lady Rams are going to take the ball out of bounds here, and there's the inbound pass. The score is still tied 11-11 if you're keeping track. There's a shot for three, and that's good. And the score is 14-11. The Owasso Lady Rams have the lead. Here's Rayleigh bringing the ball up the floor. Rayleigh bringing the ball up the floor. And here's the drive. Unbelievable. The amount of pushing around and the referees letting people sling these Lady Cats around and no fouls being called. So the Lady Rams are going to get the possession back after Kaya Whetstone was dish-ragged down to the floor and nobody bothered blowing the whistle. It's almost like you can tell who their favorites are around here. So the Lady Rams, a lot of trickery. And Kaya's going to get whistled for a foul. And the ball is going to be taken out of bounds here, and here's the pass inbound. Lady Rams still have possession. Here's the pass over to the right side. And looking for a shot somewhere, and they don't have anything. Still a lot of pressure by the Lady Cats. And here's another shot from the left side, and that's good for 2. And the score is 16-11. The Owasso Lady Rams lead with 3:36 left in the second quarter. Here comes Carly, pushing her way down the floor. Pass over to Kaya Whetstone. Back over to Rayleigh. Rayleigh's going to drive and put up a shot. Rayleigh got hammered again, and nobody bothered calling a foul. Peyton Day just got whistled for a foul. No, that Carly Gore got whistled for the foul. Even one of the referees just gave the other one a look like, what did you call that for? We've got a timeout on the Owasso side of the floor. We're going to take a break with a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Hey, we're going to bring you back in live, and I'm glad I had myself muted there at the commercial break because the Seiling parents in attendance had some words for the referees while the arena was quiet. Nothing bad, just you might be able to hear it behind me. I mean, I'd be doing the same thing. Here come the Owasso Lady Rams bringing the ball back up the floor on the left side. They have a 5-point lead, 16-11. 3 minutes exactly left in this second quarter. Looking for a place to go, and that tiny little number 3 for Owasso. She just carried the ball like nobody's business, and they didn't bother calling that either, but the Lady Cats came up with the loose ball. And here's Carly with a drive, and she puts up a shot, and that's no good. Rebounded by Owasso, and they're on a fast break, and there's a layup in for 2. And the Lady Rams are up now 18-11. Rayleigh's bringing the ball up the floor for the Lady Cats. Looking for a place to go, and here's a 3-point shot for the Lady Cats, and that's no good. Shot by number 12, and now the Lady Rams are bringing the ball back up the floor. And there's a shot up, and that's good. So the score is 20-11. The Owasso Lady Rams have their biggest lead of the ball game. And it looks like they've got 3 subs coming in. They're about to put 3 of their starters back in. Here's Rayleigh looking to drive, and she goes up and got hammered again, and they didn't call a foul. The ball is going to be out of bounds. Rayleigh is going to throw it back in. Unbelievable. I want to know who pays these referees. We can start a GoFundMe page and maybe hook them up with a little bit extra to go ahead and even these calls out. Here's a pass inbound. Peyton Day's got the ball at the top of the key. Carly Gore now, and here is Kaya Whetstone. She's looking for a drive, nowhere to go, and unbelievable. Gonna get whistled for a walk. I honestly think they have something against single A teams. I think they like the bigger teams around here. Lady Rams have the ball now, and they're on their back on their side of the floor, and they're going to try to figure out something to do with it. Here's a shot down low, and that's also up and in and good. Scores 22-11. Sorry, 22-11. The Owasso Lady Rams are on top. And the ball's at the top of the key here, and here's Carly Gore going for a drive, and she kicks it out to Kaya. Back to the top of the key, and they're going to whistle her for another walk. That's 2 walks in a row. This is craziness, folks. Craziness. The Lady Rams have the ball back inbound. And they're going for another drive, and here's a shot. Nope, she walked. There we go. There's a call. And the Seiling fans are awake now. So the Lady Cats will get the ball back here with 50 seconds left in this half. There's a shot up and no good. And there's a rebound. Unbelievable. Peyton Day came up with a loose ball, and there was nobody around her. But they called a foul on her anyway. I really don't understand how that works, but what they say goes at this point. And so the Lady Rams are gonna go to the line. They're in the bonus now. That's wonderful. I gotta say, I've been around basketball for 36 years, and this is the probably the worst officiating I've ever seen in my life. There's a missed free throw. Carly Gore got the rebound, and they called a jump ball. The ball's going to go back towards Seiling. The Lady Cats have possession with 30 seconds left. Hey, look, Sunshine's back in the game. Number 23, Macy Gore is out of the locker room, injury-free, and she just drove, and they fouled her under the basket, but they didn't call it. And so the Lady Rams have the ball back, and there's a shot up and in, and that's good for the Lady Rams. The score is 24-11. Owasso has the lead with 8 seconds left, and Macy Gore is bringing the ball up the floor. And there's a shot up, and also no foul on that one. So they're going to give possession back. They're going to give possession. Nope, the other referee just overruled the terrible one. So they're going to give possession back to Seiling here. The Lady Cats are going to have the ball with 2.5 seconds left right here before the half. And here's a pass inbounds and a shot up, and it's no good. Lady Rams with the rebound. This is ridiculous, folks. Let me check my yes, lots of support here for the Seiling Lady Cats in the chat room, and we are going to go into a looping break with a word from our sponsors. Just to let you know, just on Mixler alone, we have 95 people listening, and I'm starting to recognize these names from some of the names I've seen on Facebook today. A lot of people supporting everything that we're doing at todayinfortsmith.com. We're also on Facebook. If you guys want to go to the Facebook page, just type in Today in Fort Smith. Up in the search bar. I don't know, you can like the page if you want. I mean, you don't have to pay attention to Fort Smith news, but we would appreciate the like. Also, you can go to my page. You can type in Clint Davis or go to facebook.com/Clint1Davis. That's my page, and I'll be covering the rest of this game, and also Seiling's game tomorrow. I'll be covering that too. And while the little kitties do some jumper open out here on the floor, I am going to take us into a word from Sparkman Animal Clinic and just loop it on around. I'll be right back. Then we're going to bring you back in here live, folks, if you're still listening. We didn't lose too many. We only lost about 5 or 6 listeners at the half, and the Lady Rams are going to start off with the ball, of course, on the right side of the court, and the Lady Cats are going to be on my left when they receive possession. The Lady Rams are moving the ball around. Up at the top of the key, nowhere close to the three-point line, so they're taking their dear sweet time. I'm sure they've been told to drain the clock as much as possible with the lead they've got. It's 24-11. Lady Rams with the lead, and they can't figure out anything to do with the ball. There's still some good pressure. Here's a shot up and no good. And they're going to call a foul on Kaya Whetstone, I believe. And she, I don't know if you can hear the parents behind me, but Kaya Whetstone wasn't even near. She wasn't even near the player who got the rebound. And I'm trying to figure out why Kaya was shaking hands with all the referees. And I believe Kaya has fouled out of the game. There's the first free throw up and in for the Lady Rams, and they're having a good laugh like this is all fun and games. Basketball ain't funsies when the officiating isn't fair. Here's a rebound off the second shot, no good, and the Lady Cats have possession, and here's Rayleigh Totfest with a drive inside. And that ball was knocked out of bounds by the Lady Rams, and they're going to give it back to the Lady Rams. I don't understand this. I really don't. Now the referees are hollering at Coach for the Lady Cats. I mean, he's rightfully upset. These referees are awful people. For those of you who didn't drive, I'm glad you didn't, because you'd just be upset right now. For those of you taking blood pressure medicine, just be glad you don't have to pop another pill. And the Lady Rams with a pass down low, and they've got another shot up, and that's no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rams. All over the backs here of the Lady Cats, but they're not going to call that foul. And there was a three-point shot taken by the Lady Rams. And there has been a foul called on that three-point shot. And so the Lady Rams are going to get 3 free throws. So Chase Howard is listening live right now. Chase said he loves listening to the parents in the background. And I did not bring my noise condensing microphone to this. And so apparently you can hear everything, which is good because you can hear the frustration. The score is now 27-11. The Lady Rams are on top of Seiling. There's another shot up and in. 28-11. Lady Rams with the lead, and Seiling is bringing the ball back down to the left side of the floor. And here's Macy with the shot up, and that's no good. They finally call a foul. For the love of Steve, if they would do that every time there's a serious foul, then we would be okay, but they only do it when they feel like it. Peyton Day, I don't know Peyton Day, but I can tell she's upset. I have a daughter myself, and I know when daughters are upset, and whoever's daughter this is, they can probably tell it just by looking at her. Peyton's upset. Terrible calls here. There's the first shot up and in. I'm sorry, there was the second shot. That was good by Macy. And now the Lady Rams are bringing the ball back up the floor here. They're going to have to fix the scoreboard. They've only given 1 point to the Lady Cats. And here's Rayleigh Totfest is on a fast break after a loose ball, and she puts a shot up, and that's in. Here come the Lady Cats. It's 28-14. They've got to double up on points, and they can do it. 6:05 left in the third quarter. We've got our rally caps on here. And the Lady Rams just threw the ball out of bounds. Ball's going to go back to Seiling. Lady Cats with another possession. If they can capitalize on this, they'll close that gap on the lead. Here comes Macy with the ball up the floor. She's going very, very slow. Carly's over on the right side in the corner. And she dishes the ball off to Sister, and Sister's going to drive in and put a shot up, and that's no good. But she does get fouled. As I understand it, the Gore sisters are fraternal twins. I myself am a fraternal twin. My twin brother and I are 28 minutes apart, but thank God we don't look alike. That dude is ugly. And so here's the first shot. Up and in for Carly Gore. Closing that lead, 28-15 now. Owasso has the lead over Seiling. And here's the second shot up and good, 28-16. Lady Rams are losing steam, and let's see if the Lady Cats can keep up this momentum. And here's this high-pressure defense, and there's a shot for three, and that's no good. And rebounded by the Lady Rams with a shot up and in, and that is good. And the Lady Rams are up 30-16 at this point. And here's Macy driving in, and she's going to pull up for a jumper, and that's no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rams. Owasso bringing the ball back up to their side of the floor. And they're going to drive in, and that ball's going to get knocked away, and they're going to call a charge on the Lady Rams, and that ball's going to go back to Seiling. We've got one referee over here, folks. I'm thinking it looks like a yellow hair tie, but she's calling this thing fairly. She overruled one of the terrible referees. There's 3 of them on the floor. 2 of them are terrible, and one of them is doing things the right way, and now we've got Carly Gore with the ball. She's looking for a place to go, and she's going to try to drive here. And now there's a foul on Owasso again. Maybe they just wanted to switch it up. All the fouls went on Seiling in the first half, and now all the fouls are going on Owasso in the second half. So they're going to pull big number 25 out of the game for the Lady Rams. And now here are the Lady Cats, and here's the inbound pass to Carly Gore. She's looking for a place to go. She's got Rayleigh Totfest over on the left side in the corner if she can get that pass over there. Passing the ball around, and they're going to call Carly Gore for a walk. That's that one referee over there. Terrible. I didn't see any steps being taken, but now we've got Macy calling for a full court press here, and here's the inbound pass. And that's knocked away by Rayleigh Totfest, and the ball is regained by Seiling, and here's Rayleigh driving in for a shot, and she finally gets the foul called. So Rayleigh's going to go to the line for 2. And since she's going to the line, I want to remind everybody about our free throw sponsor, Pier 1 Photography and Designs in the River Valley around Fort Smith. Call Amy and Tammy at 479-461-3747 or find them on Facebook at Pier 1 Photography and Designs. I know you Seiling folks are about 5 hours away from that, so you're probably not going to be on that list. But Chase and all the people still at Muldrow, they're still listening. The first shot is up and good by Rayleigh. The second shot is no good. Rayleigh's playing some heavy defense. And they're going to call another foul on Owasso. Rayleigh got shoved to the floor, and so the ball is going to go back to Seiling. The score is 30-17 with 4 minutes 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Macy with the inbound pass to her sister. Back to Macy. Carly was generous on that possession, and now here's Macy driving, and there's a shot up, and it's no good. And Macy gets the rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. That's a smart call because the possession goes back to Seiling. So they're going to retain. She's got one in the corner over here open. Here's the shot up. That's no good. Macy Gore was off the mark, and here's a drive by the Lady Rams, and that shot is up and no good. And that ball is out of bounds, going back to Seiling. The Lady Cats have got to start capitalizing on these possessions. If they cannot score, this is going to be a rough road. 30-17, 3:54 left in the third quarter. And here come the Lady Cats. Over to Rayleigh. Rayleigh's at the three-point line, and she wanted to take a shot, but she's driving in. There's a shot up and good for 2 points. The score is 30-19. Seiling is closing the gap, down by 11 at this point. And they were down by 21 a minute ago, so this is good. And there's a shot up, no good. And there's a charge on the Lady Rams. Carly Gore was straight up and down on that. Carly took that charge, and now the ball goes straight back to Seiling. The Lady Cats have possession. They're not letting Owasso score any points right here, and that's perfect. Here come the Lady Cats back down to the left side. Pass out to the left to Rayleigh Totfest, and she takes a three, and that's no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rams. And the Lady Rams are pushing the ball up the floor as fast as they can. They're going to whistle Rayleigh for a reach foul. That was legit. That happened right in front of my face. And so the Owasso Lady Rams are going to take the ball out of bounds. And here comes the pass in. Pass to the other side of the court. She's going to bring it back up. Taking her time. Running time off the clock. The Lady Rams not very aggressive here. Here's a three-point shot from Owasso, and that's no good. Rebounded by Macy. And Macy's looking up the floor, and she is on a race to the basket. And there's a pass over to number 34. Harley Waldrop, and she misses her shot. And there's a shot up off a fast break by the Lady Rams. The points are good. It's 32-19 right now. We've got a timeout, and we are going to take a break. And we'll be right back. Good old Breeden Dodge, and we're back with you live here in the middle of the third quarter, almost to the end of it, 2:33 left. Here's the three-point shot by Peyton Day, and that's off the mark, no good. And there's a rebound by Owasso. And Owasso throws the ball straight back to Rayleigh Totfest, and she puts the ball up, no good. Rebounded by Peyton Day. Peyton Day puts the shot up and in, and that's good for 2 points, and she gets fouled. So Peyton is going to have a shot here from the free throw line. Chance for a three-point play. Things are getting good, folks. Peyton is a 5'9" senior, and she sinks her free throw, and now the score is 32-22 It's a 10-point ball game here with 2:15 left in the third. Plenty of real estate left for the Lady Cats to win this ball game. And here come the Rams. And they are going to take their dear sweet time. Rayleigh's playing some heavy defense, and she's going to try to get this ball away but not commit the foul. And here come the Lady Rams. They're trying to do something with the ball, and they're getting pressured on all sides of the court. And here's a pass over. That's going to be intercepted, and she's going to race down the floor and pass off to Rayleigh Totfest, and they lose that ball. Now here come the Lady Rams. Harley Waldrop is the one who had that pass and lost it. And now there's another loose ball, rebounded and recovered by the Lady Rams. Here's Riley Totfest all the way down the court, 2 points up and in. Beautiful pass. We've got an 8-point ball game. It's 32-24 with 1 minute, 18 seconds left in the third quarter. And the Lady Cats are doing what they do. And the Lady Rams are looking for somewhere to go here with the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Macy Gore. Macy reached in, kind of bumped the point guard. We've got 105 people just on the Mixler link. I don't know how many people are on todayinfortsmith.com listening right now, but this is a ton of people, and I appreciate everybody for jumping in and listening to this. The Lady Rams have the ball right now, and if you're just joining us, it's 32-24 with 58 seconds left in the fourth. There's a shot up and no good. Lady Rams still have the lead, but here's a three-point shot, no good. Rebounded, nope. Rebound is by Seiling, and they still have possession. 43 seconds left, a lot of action going on. The Lady Rams still have the lead, but the Lady Cats are back on the prowl here, looking to close this gigantic gap. And here is Peyton Day over in the corner. She's going to kick it back off to Macy. Macy's going to kick it down low to Harley, and Harley's going to get fouled. Harley Waldrop draws the foul. She's a 5'7" junior, and she is going to go to the line after being fouled on that shot. So with 25 seconds left in the third quarter, it's an 8-point ball game. Owasso leads 32-24. Here's the first shot up. That's good. It's a 7-point ball game. Little Miss Nyberg is going to check back into the ball game here for Seiling. Nobody down low to rebound for the Lady Cats. We're going to take this. They must have a lot of faith in Harley Waldrop. Here's the second shot up, and that's good. And they're going to say she crossed the line. They're going to wave that point off. So it's going to stay a 7-point ball game, 32-25. Owasso with the lead and the ball. 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. This is going to be a ball game when it comes down to the fourth, I promise. It looked like the cause was lost for a while before the half. And now here comes some heavy defense from the Lady Cats, and they don't know where to go with this ball. And there's a prayer thrown up for three, and that is rebounded by the Lady Rams, and the shot under the basket is no good. The score is still 32-25, 7-point lead for the Lady Rams. We're moving into the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break with a word from Muldrow Pharmacy and maybe BHC Insurance in Sallisaw. We'll be right back. My apologies to Gary Hammer and Sallisaw Ford. We're going to have to hit that gentleman back here in just a second. We're going to bring you in live for fourth quarter action. The Owasso Lady Rams are on top of the Seiling Lady Cats, 32-25. And this is now a ball game after an excellent third quarter from Seiling. After a dismal first and second quarter. That first half was all referees, and that is no joke. I normally don't make referee excuses, but that was terrible. There's a shot up and no good, rebounded by the Lady Cats, and they're going to have the ball. Try to cut this lead down to 5 or 4, depending on what they can do with it here. And here's Rayleigh. She is looking around for a place to go with this ball, and she's going to drive and kick it out to the outside for a shot for three, and that's no good. And the rebound by the Lady Rams. And that was Peyton Day with that shot from three, and she missed. And here come the Lady Rams looking for somewhere to go now with the ball. And there's a drive to the inside, and that's a shot up and no good. Rebounded by the Lady Rams. They're going to kick it back to the outside and start wasting time. They know they've got a lead. It's not big. Here's a shot up, and that's good. 34-25 now. 9-point lead for the Owasso Lady Rams. And here's Macy with a shot up and good. Back to a 7-point. Owasso Lady Rams lead. 34-27. 6:30 left in the fourth quarter. Lady Rams with the ball. Trying to waste time. Lady Cats are going to have to get aggressive here. And we're going to call a foul here on, looks like it's going to be on Rayleigh.
Her second, team number 5.
It is her second foul. And here's the inbound pass. Recovered. The Lady Ram threw it at the back of the Lady Cats just so she could get her own little dribble pass there. And that failed miserably, so the Lady Cats recovered that loose ball, and there was a jump ball, and the possession was waved back towards Seiling. So they have the possession at this point, and here's a drive by Macy. Macy's going to kick it back out to Carly, and Carly's going to drive and put one up and in. 34-29. Owasso leads Seiling at this point. 5:58 left in the fourth quarter. There's a shot up and no good, rebounded by the Lady Rams. And here's a three-point shot by the Lady Rams, and that is good. And there's another timeout over here by Owasso, and we will be right back. Let's get those pets happy and healthy on a different time. We've got the ball back inbound here, and the Seiling Lady Cats have possession. Rayleigh with the drive, and she puts a shot up. Gets fouled in the process, and I believe Rayleigh's going to go to the line for 2. Rayleigh's going to try to close the gap. It is an 8-point lead for Owasso. Now it's a 7-point lead. First shot is up and good, 37-30. Owasso over Seiling right now. We've got 5.5 left in the ball game. Rayleigh gets set, and here's the shot up for the second try, and that's good as well. 6-point lead, 37-31 for the Lady Rams. And the Lady Cats are still fighting. They came from 21 points down. There is just an insane walk by the Lady Rams, not called by the refs. Here's a shot up and good. 2 more points for the Lady Rams. Here comes Seiling. Here's the Gore sisters wreaking havoc on these guys. There's Rayleigh for 3, and that's no good. Rebounded by Carly Gore. Mercy sakes. She got knocked to the floor, and they called her with a walk. This is stupid. The ball's going to go back to the Lady Rams here. This is unbelievable. This is the worst basketball officiating I've ever seen in my life. There's another shot up and no good. Rebounded, but over the back here by the Lady Rams, and they're finally going to call one. And the ball's going to go back to Seiling. Lady Cats have the ball, and looks like they're going to shoot 2 here. Lady Cats are back in the bonus. That's going to be Peyton Day, number 45. Shooting 2. First shot is up and good. I'm going to get ready for this second shot here. Here's the dribble. Here's the set. There's the shot, and that's good. 39-33, 6-point lead for the Lady Rams, and here's the inbound pass. Lady Rams are bringing the ball up the floor, and they're going to whistle Harley Waldrop for the foul. And the ball is going to be taken out of bounds here by the Lady Rams. What in the hell is going on? There's a damn buzzer right in the middle of the play. I've never seen anything like that either, but they're going to go ahead and they're going to go ahead and cater to the 6A team here like they've been doing the entire game. Here's the inbound pass. Lady Rams with the ball. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I believe Rayleigh's going to get whistled with another foul here. That's her third personal foul. So she's got a little bit of wiggle room left. I don't think she'll foul out. Harley Waldrop's going to come out of the game. There is a free throw shot good by the Lady Rams. And it's 40-33. Owasso leads with 4:27 left. Yeah, Raylan, you definitely hear the mother of the Gores over here. She's been very, very vocal in this game, and there's a shot up by Macy Gore. Macy just got hammered underneath the basket, and they didn't even bother calling a foul, so the Lady Rams have the ball back. Unbelievable. Now they're going to whistle Rayleigh with another foul. That's lovely. So that's going to send Owasso to the line. I mean, just to break it down, guys, I've got no ties to Seiling. I really don't know anybody from Seiling. But, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm pretty much speechless. Hands down the worst officiating. If the officiating had been fair, this would have been a Seiling blowout. There's another shot up and no good, and that's going to be Seiling ball after the ball goes out of bounds. Unbelievable. And the Gore sisters are left and right on the bringing the ball up the court here, and they're looking for a place to go, and there's a drive, and there's a pass out to Carly, and Carly loses the ball. Here's a fast break for Owasso. There's the shot up and good. Owasso leads 44-33. There's the 11-point lead with 3:38 left, and there's a shot from three, no good by the Lady Cats, and there's Rayleigh Totfest with a shot up and in for 2 points, and that is good. We're going to take you to another break on this timeout. We'll be right back. And right now you're actually listening to Seiling Lady Cats basketball. My name is Clint Davis. I'm with todayinfortsmith.com. The Lady Rams have tossed the ball smooth out of bounds. And we're going to see a short substitution here. And let's back over on the right side of the floor. The Gore sisters are going to bring the ball back in. The Gore sisters. I wonder if they could sing. They could put out their own Christmas album. And here we go. Here's a pass off to the corner, and Rayleigh shoots a three, and that's good. Rayleigh Totfest nails a three-point shot. The score is 44-38 with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Seiling Lady Cats are on a rally here. And here's some stout defense. And Owasso's trying to figure out what to do with the ball. They're going to try to pass it around and hold it as much as they possibly can, because they know what these Lady Cats are capable of. They've got to get, Seiling has got to get this ball back, and there is, it looks like a little bit of a walk. I hope you can hear these Seiling parents behind me, folks, if you're listening at home. It looks like a double dribble, but there's a loose ball, and Macy Gore comes up with the loose ball. She's going to move the ball back down to her side of the floor, and I hope she drains a three. There is a three from Carly, and that's good. That three-point shot is good from Carly Gore. And the score, it's a three-point ball game, folks. I'm not even kidding. It's 44-41. Owasso's got the lead with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. And we saw this happen yesterday. We saw Westmore with the lead late in the game, and Seiling came back and won this. There's a timeout right now. I'm just going to leave it right here. I'm not even going to bother taking it to a commercial at this point. I'm sure our sponsors in Fort Smith and Roland and Muldrow and Salisaw really appreciate this being played over and over again. But let's talk Seiling basketball real quick. There's a lot of time left. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left. That's a lot of time to win a basketball game. And when you're talking about being down by 3 points after being down by 21 points at one point in time, the first half was all Owasso with the aid of the referees. And now with no aid from the referees, the second half has been all Seiling Lady Cats. And they have absolutely defied the odds when you look at officiating this bad and the number of fouls that have not been called. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And nobody's paying me to say that. But the Seiling Lady Cats have battled back from a 21-point deficit. They're down by 3 right now, 2:18 left in the fourth quarter. The timeout is over. The Owasso Lady Rams have the ball back. And the Seiling fans behind me are definitely letting everybody know who they're cheering for. And here's Owasso with the ball, and they're going to try to stall as much as they can. I know this gameplay. We've seen it all game long. Bad passes all over the floor. They can't hold the ball for 2 minutes and 18 seconds. It's not possible. They're going to have to do something with it, or they're going to wind up throwing it away. But here's some more passing all over the floor. And there's a shot up and no good. And rebounded by Seiling. Seiling is down by 3, 1:55 left, and they're moving the ball back down to their side of the court. And here's a pick set by Carly, and Macy goes to the other side, and that ball gets knocked out of bounds. That ball just got knocked out of bounds by Owasso, and they gave it to Owasso. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I'm trying to get my mind around this. So Owasso knocked the ball out of bounds with a pass over to Rayleigh Totfest. They give the ball to Owasso. There's a shot up and no good by Owasso, but she was fouled on that play, so she's going to try to put her team up by 5 here. Mercy sakes. Here we go. 2 shots from the line. There's a tree in front of her. Nope, she's going to put that shot up, and that's no good. The first shot is no good. Best she can do is put her team up by 4 here. These Seiling fans